Maybe you're like me. There's a certain type of talker or communicator or speaker that gets my attention. It's the guy or the woman that has been through something. You know, I I heard something that a comedian said. It was kind of crude. He said, If you uh, want to know where the best places to eat are, you go find the people that look like they've been eating." Right? Um, if you want to get financial advice, you're going to go to somebody that is showing some type of success, some type of they've got something behind them, some credentials, some produce. You don't ask somebody, "Hey, do you know something about farming?" And they've lived in the city all their life, and they don't know a piece of farming equipment. They don't know a tractor from a windmill. I mean, you're going to go to somebody that could say, "Yeah, come out here, look at these 16 acres that I farmed," and that's that's the kind of person that affects me. You know, the speaker that can talk to you about, "Man, I know what it is to file bankruptcy 3 times and come back," or "I know what it is to deal with abuse," or you know, the guy or the woman that's been through thought they had their dream job and then they were let go and then they had to start from scratch and then that business didn't work and then their house burned down and then their dog ran away, and but they somehow have learned to make it. Those are the people that, and everybody's different, but those are the people that affect me the most. Is someone who has scars. They can tell you a story, but they have the scars to prove it. That just makes me think about this past week, with it being Easter. On Sunday, everybody filled up social media with Happy Easter, all the spring pictures, the bunnies, the chickens, of course, the resurrection, He is alive. But is anybody going to fill up social media with what happened after the resurrection? Did you know that it is recorded in the scriptures that there were at least 10 appearances of Jesus after the crucifixion and after his resurrection, which we just celebrated on Easter Sunday? 10 times that we know of. Now, there are other writings that lead us to believe that he may have appeared other times, but 10 times we know of. And when he appeared, they were not all together. Like, some of his disciples would be there for this appearing, and some were there at this appearing. And it wasn't until later he appeared to everybody. Well, you might be familiar with the term doubting Thomas. If you've ever had somebody that, as soon as you say something, "Oh yeah, this is going to be the right job. This is going to be the best," and they go, "No, I doubt it. No, no, this is better. Do it this way. No, I doubt it." And we call him a doubting Thomas. That's where that term comes from this disciple. Jesus had a disciple named Thomas. And so the disciples are together and they said, "He appeared to us and we saw him." And Thomas says, "I doubt it." He says, "Until I can see him, until I see him with my eyes, until I can touch the nail prints, until I can see the scars of the crown of thorn, I'm not going to believe it." And he's basically saying to these guys, "Look, I get that what you guys are saying, maybe it was a dream, maybe you wanted to see it, sometimes you see what you want to see, but I'm not going to believe it until I see him." And then it happens. It happens. It's recorded in the Bible. And again, I'm not asking you to buy a Bible and run out and join the church and get baptized and say Hail Marys. I'm just giving you a story that might give us a principle. So finally, Jesus appears to Thomas and the other disciples. And this is what he says. He says, Thomas, feel, touch and feel. See these scars for yourself. And the Jewish writings tell us that when Thomas saw his scars, he was affected. And later, when Jesus gave instructions, Thomas had no problems following him because he saw the scars. And that's where I think a lot of times we have survived stuff. And we need to show people these scars so that when you say to somebody, you know what, you're going to I've been through what you've been through. I've gone through that. And I'm going to tell you, if I can make it, you can make it. And when they look at you and say, well, how did you make it? You can say, let me show you these scars. Look at this. Look at my bankruptcy. All right, look at my child custody case. Look at the abuse I went through. Now, I'm not saying air out all your laundry and you have to tell everybody everything from A to Z. You don't want to do that. You know, the opposite of that is, hi, let me introduce you to my friend Bill. Hi, Bill. Well, let me tell you how I was abused. I'm not saying you do that. But when you're communicating with somebody, it's okay to tell them. You know, when you're talking to somebody, I feel depressed. I know what you mean. Well, how do you know what I mean? Let me tell you. Let me tell you some stories. Let me show you some scars. When Jesus revealed his scars to Thomas, Thomas had no problems taking his instructions. And that is the reason why I think people affect me the most that have been through some stuff. See, all these people that come out and say, I was never from a dysfunctional family, that doesn't mean anything. Because we're all dysfunctional at some level. Tell me how you went through the dysfunction and you still function. Last year, 2020, there's some people that survived by the skin of their teeth. There's some people that survived and they have scars all over from their survival. Tell us that story. Tell us how you made it. Let us see those scars. Those scars show that you know exactly what you're talking about.